You looking for this?
Dude, Rip Tess.
Oh.
No, Rip Tess. No, that's not. It's no.
Tess.
No.
Oh, please.
Bro, no clutch whatsoever.
Tess.
She
Come on,
couldn't
Tess.
get the daggum lighter lighted.
Come on, Tess.
In the last seconds?
Oh.
No, if that's not plot armor, I don't know what is.
That's clutch, dude.
Dude.
That's valiant effort.
What a sacrifice play. What a sacrifice play. Akin to what Frank would do.
We're just going to make a reference to Frank every...
Yeah, literally. Because this would be Frank's show if he was allowed in it. Oh, God. What a beast. Rip Tess, 2023. Welcome back to BoomShot. I'm Kel. This is
Yes,
Colby,
sir.
and we just got finished watching The Last of Us Episode 2, Infected. And
Infected.
this was an intense episode, so we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. Okay, so obviously in the episode, they travel through Boston. They're navigating their way. What'd you think about it?
Obviously we reacted to it. It was sad to see Tess go.
Yeah.
And you told me, I mean, like we said before, if you didn't watch our last video, we haven't played the game.
Yeah, so this is completely like no game reference whatsoever. I knew Tess wasn't in the game.
Right, and that's what I was getting at. You knew, and that's why we kind of felt, we watched it together again, that she wasn't going to make it long.
Yeah.
But she went out in a valiant effort.
She did. Yeah, I actually called it, and I think we kind of like
that.
we're both thinking the same thing. But in the fight in the museum, she disappears for a little while, and I was like, like Ellie was just talking to Joel about how like she has to, like, what's it like to kill somebody, like kill one of the infected, if like even though they're still a person, like how does that feel? And Joel was like, it's hard, but like you have to do it pretty much.
Yeah, he said sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. Oh, yeah, it's hard sometimes. So then I was thinking, I was like, she's going to get infected in this fight, and then Joel's going to have to kill her, which is not exactly what happened. She actually
thankfully,
sacrificed
dude.
herself.
That would have been brutal.
That would have been
rough,
brutal.
Man.
I think it would have done... Yeah, it wouldn't have done as much, like, at least for advancing the plot forward, because, like, now they're able to move on without the infected being on their tail. But I think, like, for Joel's journey, it would have been interesting if that would have been the case.
That's true. And I see why they didn't do that, too, because she wasn't a character in the game. So that would have kind of big thing for his character.
Yeah.
That wasn't in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of keeps it, like, her character separate from his in a way.
Yeah, they're not intertwined in any important way.
Like her death wasn't really intertwined with something he had to do.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But it was still a really good way for, I mean, not good, but like really valiant.
Yeah. She saved their tails. I'm not gonna lie.
Yes, dude. Yeah, no joke.
And I thought for a second, because like she couldn't get the lighter lighted, and now it's been confirmed that the infected. I know this from the game somewhat, but the infected can't see; they can hear.
Yeah.
Kind of like The Quiet Place, if you've ever seen that movie, but
that's gonna make for some intense scenes.
That is gonna make for some intense scenes. There's nothing like when a scene. Like when you're walking through a place and like you have to be completely silent, like for a viewer that just like completely throws you off.
And they can be right next to you.
Yeah.
And you still just can't even hardly breathe loud. Or
yeah.
anything.
I know. I was scared in the museum scene. I was like, dadgum. Like when Joel was reloading his gun, and it zoomed in on him. I'm like, the infected's just gonna be like standing there like looking at him, and it kind of was. But I was saying something and I forgot what I was gonna say. Anyway, that was a good point that you made about Tess, like her dying or her death having nothing to do with Joel. I think that was really interesting and sad.
Yeah, it was sad. I mean, and obviously I don't really know where they go from here, but I guess they're gonna try and find. Was she saying to keep going forward and find the people they originally were going?
I think she was saying find, and I've never heard the names that she mentioned before. I think it was Bill something. I can't remember, Bill and someone else, and she said go and find these two people and they'll take her from there. So it sounds like the next episode Joel's going to be going after these two people, which I don't think is a part of the game. I think as far as I know, Joel gets the assignment and he takes her all the way west. So kind of a little bit like, from what I know about the game, I've read it, never played it. They were supposed to pick her up in Boston. I thought they were going all the way west, and I think that's something we both thought.
Yeah. But, I was kind of confused when that vehicle was there.
Yeah.
And then you were like, wait, were they supposed to pick them up? I was like, well, yeah, it looks like a fresh vehicle.
Yeah, and like there was fresh people dead.
Yeah.
So and it looked like kind of like a little Firefly hideout. So now it's looking like Joel's gonna have to meet somebody else. I doubt they're gonna be able to take Ellie, and then he's gonna have to continue to go forward by himself. And
Yeah.
hopefully he finds Tommy along the way. Tommy's a character that we didn't get to see this episode.
I
So
know, dude. Yeah, the intensity is building in his case because
yeah,
I mean we didn't even hear his name. I don't think.
no, we didn't hear his name, and that was a big reason why I almost called him Pedro. Why
Pedro.
Joel took the assignment in the first place is because he
Yeah.
wanted to find Tommy. So
Yeah, and obviously now they're big believers on that she can be the cure because they've seen her get bitten
twice
twice
or heal twice,
Yeah.
get bitten once.
and in the same time frame that Tess got bitten, and she was like, "Yo, I mean, like I'm already going down," and she's not even flinched.
Yeah,
Her
and
eyes
that
are
was a good move by Tess because Joel was still a little bit wary, but then Tess was like, "Take off your bandage," and she
Yeah.
was like, "Yep, I'm good." So I think that's what's going to happen. Obviously, next episode is they're going to be on the pursuit. I don't know where this Bill or whatever person. I don't know where they live.
Yeah. I was low key expecting one of the infected that was going after Tess to be Tommy.
Dude,
I don't know the game, so I mean that could be dumb, but
Yeah.
that's what I was kind of thinking for a second.
yeah. So I definitely see what you're saying. Like, remember, we're coming from a perspective. We're probably going to say a bunch of dumb stuff that all you Last of Us fans are going to be like, "What are you talking about? Like, these characters are dead. I mean, these characters are still alive." And yeah. So if we say something dumb like that, just give us a little bit of grace. We'll get there when we get there.
Yeah.
Which I kind of know, but also like at the same time, like I'm also not saying anything. Like, it's weird. Anyway.
Yeah, neither of us have played it, but you know a little bit about it. You've read up
Yeah,
on it.
the lore was interesting, so I decided to read up on it a little bit. But we also get to see like the beginning of the outbreak. Something else.
Yeah,
We get
that
to
was
see
cool
the
at the
beginning of the
beginning.
outbreak in Indonesia. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was hard to watch too.
Yeah, that
I mean,
was hard
it's
to
one
watch.
of those things. This whole show to me is like it was one of those things you're like looking away, but you turn your eyes this
Yeah,
way and your head away.
Like you can't help it. Like you're interested, but you're like, I can't watch that. Definitely, yeah. Whenever like the outbreak breaks out and the scientist lady is like, just go ahead and bomb the city. Like,
yeah, that was insane.
I know.
Cause yeah, I mean, I guess when she reached in there in the infected person's mouth and pulled out the fungus, dude. And
Yeah.
she just like ran out of there. She's like, "This is not good."
Yeah,
Bomb the city.
Yeah,
boys.
bomb the city. Which, yeah, you'd think the natural progression would be like try to contain it. Nope,
Yeah.
just bomb the city. Which apparently they also did in Boston, which I think was interesting. Like the
Yeah.
fact that it had to come to that.
It
blows
sounds
my
like
mind.
because they said it worked in some of them and it worked in Boston.
Yeah.
I think so. I mean, yeah, I guess they bombed a bunch of cities, but I'm wondering if they didn't bomb that one and it was too late at that point.
Yeah.
And then they went and bombed the cities and it was just too late.
Yeah, dude, it's just so crazy. It's such a weird show. I love the concept of like, I love the concept of where they're going with this. Something I wish we could have gotten to see a little bit more of is the downfall of the civilization. Like, I would have loved to see that a little bit more. Like, we got to see like the initial outbreak, but I would have loved to see them like what it looked like on a citywide level because we were kind of in a small town whenever it broke
Yeah,
out.
I think we'll still get flashbacks.
Yeah.
To that, and progressively as the show goes on, we'll get more and more flashbacks filling in the pieces. So
Yeah.
that's what I think, at least.
Yeah, I think so too as well. So we're on our trek. We're on our journey west. Will Joel and Ellie make it? Probably. If
hope
you,
so.
yeah, I think they'll make it, unless they just completely erase the first game. In which case, they don't make it. But anyway, let us know what you guys think. Are you enjoying the show? Chances are that you are enjoying the show. This show's a pretty big hit. So
Yeah, it really is.
yeah, and we're gonna keep on reviewing it. And thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next one.